Hey guys, Michael here. I just wanted to make that video about paradigms because in my last video, a few people were having a little trouble understanding on what exactly that is, like specifically in relating it to day-to-day life. So I just made a quick step-by-step realization chart in which one could easily implement this in their day-to-day life. I'm gonna be mentioning something that, as far as I know, I haven't seen it being talked about. Bob Proctor doesn't even mention this. It's called a thought pattern. I've just put it together here. What a thought pattern actually is that voice in the back of your head telling you what you should do. Hey, I feel like I would love to go watch Netflix and eat Cheetos for the rest of the day. That's a thought pattern because it corresponds to your compulsions, in which you would feel like doing the easy things to do instead of doing the hard things that actually get you somewhere later on in life. So the first realization here is that you are a mass of energy vibrating at a specific frequency. Okay? Particle physicists have already mainstreamed this as our science within quantum theory. I will include the TED Talks in which a particle physicist had discussed this in the caption below, if anybody wants to check that out. So, basically, you are vibrating at a specific frequency in which correlates to your state of mind, your emotional well-being, where you see yourself in life, the people you hang out with, goes on forever. Your habits, what you do in your spare time, so the questions you got to ask yourself to find out what exactly your frequency is tuned into is, what is your job right now? What do you have as a source of income? What kind of friends do you surround yourself with? What is your lifestyle outside of work or earning an income? Because that's really how we survive in civilized societies. Not saying that you couldn't be civilized outside of society without a currency, but most people would prefer living with a currency. And the last one is how you feel about life every day. Do you feel driven? Do you have a clear state of mind? Are you inspired to actually go above and beyond in your job and participate in the growth of what you're doing to make an income with that company that does not affect your income? Are you motivated to get up and say, oh, I really feel like going to work today to go clean some bathrooms, or whatever your job is? The second realization here is mostly correspondence with inspiration. Just because you don't like how things are right now doesn't mean they will stay the same forever. You can change everything by making a mental adjustment. So, the second question here is what you're doing, or is what you're doing right now going to get you to where you want to be? So I'll repeat that because that was weird. Is what you're doing right now going to get you to where you want to be? Is sitting on Netflix for half of the day on your day off going to help you buy a house with a down payment while you're cooking at some restaurant or sweeping floors? As far as I know, the wage for a janitor can't really buy a house. That's just the hard truth. Unless that specific janitor has some high level financial skills. So, the third question is, what exactly is a paradigm? So I defined it as the pillars that hold up your reality. And if you're actively changing these pillars, aka the paradigm in your mind, then your reality slash paradigm becomes a beanstalk, so to speak, that grows past your expected limits. And your expected limits is your comfort zone. So I'll just give you a quick picture here of Bob Proctor's interpretation of a paradigm. It is within your subconscious, which is right below your conscious mind. And within your conscious mind is your thinking mind, which is the thought pattern in which I previously described. On average, a person will have 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day, whether they be positive or negative. And obviously the goal is to be positive. So eliminating self-doubt, sparking that inspiration, achieving a state of mind in which you are driven to achieve success. And everyone has a different interpretation of success. So go for it. And then having a clear state of mind. Nobody likes to be foggy or scattered or feel like their brain's blown apart in a million different parts or whatever. Hold on. No. I'll make another video about the scattered mind. Where was I? So basically, your thought pattern, the goal is to have a positive thought pattern, right? So also in the conscious mind is the educated mind. Whatever you learn, whether it be neuroscience like me, or nutrition, or veterinarian studies, or the atmospherical particulates floating around in chemtrails or whatever, that is within your conscious mind. It can also reside within your subconscious residually, but it's mostly in your conscious mind because you need to recollect it occasionally. So also in the conscious mind is the choices we make day to day. Whether you make a decision in which to sit on the couch eating Cheetos, watching Netflix all day, or you make the decision to actively create your dream, whether that be literally building a house, or doing meetings for a business, or painting a mural in which you would like to sell, or whatever, writing a book. Whatever it is, that is what being actively chasing your dream is. Chasing is a bad word because then it implies you'll never get it, in my opinion. But yeah, achieving your dream, yeah, there's a good one. Also within the conscious mind is the accept or reject. Whether we are open-minded or closed-minded. This is within our conscious mind. Obviously the goal is to be open-minded to all solutions in which that can benefit you and others. If you're that kind of person that's focused on helping others, I like to believe I am. But also within the conscious mind is originating something new. Whether that be a new thought pattern, a new habit, a new belief, a new feeling about a relationship that you are trying to figure out with logic or whatever. Within your subconscious mind is the emotional mind, which drives us, because unless you're a psychopath, the emotional mind is driving us because then certain hormones and neurotransmitters are released within our mind when we have achieved a state of being driven, motivated, whatever you want to call it. That is what drives us, the emotional mind. And The subconscious cannot reject. It must accept. Everything you put into your subconscious is accepted. That's why they say don't be a bad example around an infant, because that is literally putting their mind is like a bucket, and whatever you do around a kid gets put in, like your behavioral pattern or your thought pattern, your speech pattern, whatever, it's being thrown into that kid's mind like a bucket, and or a black hole that sucks all the stuff in. That's the best way I could describe it. And then that kid has that residual behavioral pattern and thought pattern and feeling pattern, whatever that you are, it has residual within itself. And really, if I had a kid, I would try to be the most positive, inspired, driven, clear, kind of the best version of myself around that kid. Even if I wasn't at the time, I would fake it, just so that kid didn't have any residual bad juju or whatever you want to call it. Also, within the subconscious mind, it cannot distinguish between fantasy and reality. So this is awesome when goal setting, because really you could set a huge goal and then break it down into step by step, kind of like a staircase. And then your subconscious just accepts it as like a pathway in which you will get it, depending on your level of decision making. Like whether you decide to make a decision to get there no matter what it takes, that's a good state of mind. Within reason. Can't be malicious. Coming back to positive thought pattern and whatnot. But your subconscious mind is also your self-image. So this affects your perception, your use of time / time management, and your creativity, your logic, your effectiveness, productivity, and your ability to earn money. Okay? Obviously, if you're open-minded, you're going to find more sources to earn money. That's a realization I hope everyone will get. Okay, so coming up to realization 4. Where you are is an old paradigm. Like right now, right in this moment when you're watching this video, you are in a old paradigm if you're willing to make a decision to shift into a new paradigm. If you're not, cool. End this video. If you are, right now, this is an old paradigm for you. The only thing stopping you from achieving anything in this world is your current paradigm. Are you doing what it takes to get you to where you want to be right now? If not, shift your paradigm and then you will. You are the only cause for your problem. Quoted by Bob Proctor. There is a threshold in which one would cross for creating a new paradigm. I'll give you a little visual here. Okay. Old paradigm, the terror threshold, new paradigm. Okay? This terror threshold is like putting two similar magnets together. They just don't, they repel. And when you're putting two magnets like this together, but you want this one to get past that one, there will be a magnetic repulsion when you go try and even go close it, and it'll like buzz or whatever. And then, but if you are driven enough, and I believe everyone has this potential, then you could use that repulsion to kind of catapult you around it. And then, booyah! Okay, this new paradigm can also be called your goals. Okay? It's where you would like to be in life. So question number 4 is like, so what is this mental adjustment that is required for change? It is being aware of your habits every day, every second you have free that you aren't surviving. That is the energy that is being wasted if you are not using that efficiently. And what I mean by efficiently is that you would use this energy once you made the mental adjustment. It's part of it to actively create your goals. Goals are just dreams with deadlines. So it takes 7 days to form a new habit and 14 days to kill one. So being aware of your current habits is good, because then it gives you the opportunity to kill the ones that suck and then form new ones that will catapult you farther in the future than the ones that are currently holding you back or slowing you down, or however you want to look at it in a negative perspective. I try not to. And once you form this new thought pattern, you can continue to form new thought patterns because you've already crossed that initial threshold from switching from one paradigm to another. It's like a ping in your brain. So, you know how they say the first time is always the hardest? This is going to be the hardest thing of your life. Paradigm shifting. But crossing the threshold is the golden ticket. Use that energy that usually when you cross a paradigm threshold, you immediately want to not do it at all, and then you just fall back into your comfort zone. But little do people know, life begins when you step out of it being your comfort zone. So to finish up here, just be aware of your habits, what you do day to day, and then use that to either form new ones, kill new ones, and then propel yourself farther into the future. So stay positive, stay inspired, and remember, you are energy, even mental. See ya.